This is Twit. I had picked up Dan in San Francisco, and then I rudely put him back on hold. Dan, I'm sorry. Thank you for your patience.
Oh, no problem, Leo. Thanks for taking my call. I'm looking for a phone for my mom, and I was thinking about the Moto G, and I know you love the Moto X. I'm a little bit more budget constrained. Wondering if you have any thoughts on that.
Love it. It's a great choice.
Great.
So this is $179 out the door, unsubsidized. So, in fact, Ars Technica just did a review of it in which they said, this is the best cheap phone. You know, when you get to these inexpensive phones, smartphones anyway, and part of the problem is that the cost of the phone is hidden by the subsidy. So, you know, you can get any phone for free as long as you're willing to sign up for 2 years for AT&T or 2 years for Verizon or whatever. And that hides the actual cost, which is usually $500, $600. For an iPhone, it's like $600. So if you want to pay for it outright, the choices are limited under $400. But the Moto G, which is essentially the same as the Moto X, it's a little bit bigger, the screen's a little bit smaller, not much difference, is an excellent choice, I think. I think it's one of the best Android phones out there. It's the one I carry day to day.
That's great. And to get your blessing means a lot for me.
Yeah, I just read a review today, I think, on Ars Technica. It said Google's $179 Moto G puts every single cheap Android phone to shame.
Wow.
Yeah, it's that good. I think, and I agree with Andrew Cunningham, the guy who wrote the article. It's, in fact, I should talk about it more. You can get it on Republic Wireless, even cheaper, I think. I mean, these guys. There's a lot of ways to get it. These guys are really, really nice. Tesco Mobile, $89. Do you know what carrier you want to get her on?
We're on T-Mobile right now, and we're locked into a pretty nice month-to-month thing, so I don't want to change anything there.
Makes it very simple. Then you buy the Moto G unlocked, and then you just take it to T-Mobile. They put a SIM in it, and nothing changes.
Great. And then what about the camera? I've read that the camera's so-so, but my mom, she likes to take pictures. She doesn't really have that keen of an eye. So is that something that I should worry about, or is it fine?
Well, you know, I use the Moto X camera, and yes, they're better cameras. The Nexus 5 camera is much better. The iPhone camera is much, much better. But you're right. If she's not like, the contrast a little low, the color saturation a little low, but it's still a good camera. It's a better camera than most digital cameras were 5 years ago. So.
All right.
Not the end of the world. If you really want to do camera phonography, seriously, it might not be a great choice, but it's pretty.
Well, she's the only one that looks at her pictures, so I think
she'll be fine.
Yeah.
I've never, yeah, she won't complain.
All right. Well, thanks very much.
You're welcome. Thanks for the call. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, I love photography, and I take pictures of the Moto X all the time. It can be disappointing sometimes. You know, you take a picture that, especially in low light, that you know would be better on an iPhone. But yeah, that's life. Moto X is going to be very inexpensive. That's the big brother of the Moto G. Apparently, on Monday, on some places, Moto Maker and so forth. So you might want to. I don't think the Moto X is so much better than the Moto G that it'd be worth paying a lot more for it, though. Thanks, Dan. I appreciate it. Yeah, these are I think overlooked phones because spec-wise, the Moto X doesn't have everything that, say, a Galaxy S4 does, or an HTC One, the Galaxy Note 3, the Nexus 5, the iPhone 5S. Those are the kind of high-end, super sweet, high-spec phones. But in other ways, it's very appealing. In the hand, it's very appealing. It's a very clean Android interface. Motorola, because they're owned by Google, didn't really junk it up. There's some actually additional features Motorola did put in that I think make it a good Android phone choice.